Just wanted to start off by saying thank you all so much for the support in crossing the 300 sub mark. I don't really do this for any kind of notoriety. I do it more so to fill the holes that are kind of left uncovered in mainstream videos. The amount of effort and time it takes to make these videos is pretty substantial, but when I get the support the way that I do from you guys, it makes it all worth the while. So thank you again. It means more than you know. If you have no idea what the best weapon is, regardless of what weapon class we're talking about, a weapon line you can pretty much never go wrong with is the Ruin or Nergigante lines. It's one of the last weapon lines you can unlock for that very reason. But just how good is the hunting horn? Let's take a look and see. Right off the bat, we start with a generous 12-18 raw, so you already know this is going to give us some good damage. A draw to this weapon as well is that huge chunk of white sharpness, so less sharpening, more head smashing. Plus, I myself am not a fan of having to slot in handicraft, so this works out well for me. Let me be clear though, if you do enjoy using handicraft in your build, I'm by no means criticizing you for it. I just enjoy building in a different direction. 0% affinity at base, but with this amount of raw damage, honestly, not having a negative affinity from base is pretty much a win in itself. 210 dragon damage to give you a splash of elemental damage. Elder Seal is on high, so this is definitely a good option for Elder Dragons. Only a level 1 slot, but as I've said before in other videos, any kind of slot you can get on a weapon is going to help improve your build in many ways. The song selection is a good one. Attack up XL pretty much holds the crown in most situations, but with affinity up on this horn, you're giving yourself an extra 20% affinity. With that in mind, you may be able to tweak your build to go more in a direction that you want to instead of strictly crit. I have no idea why the separate health recover is a thing when it's already a part of affinity up, but it's there, I guess. A huge draw for this song selection is earplugs large. And since it starts at the highest possible buff, that encore becomes an extension, which is beautiful. The amount of extra DPS and part weakening you'll get during monster roars is impossible to put the proper value on. Dragon Wave is still a solid bit of damage and still causes some stagger, so don't be afraid to use it. And finally, we come to Extended Health Recovery, which gives you that Val set bonus. And if you combine this with increasing your recovery speed, you'll be thoroughly impressed. This is a Ruin or Nergigante weapon, so of course I recommend you craft this bad boy. With some solid raw and technically a 20% affinity starting point after affinity up L, it has no problems dealing good damage. This is a great horn to use solo, but also in a group utility sense as well. Earplugs gives you and your team opportune chances for damage and part weakening during the many roars you're going to come face to face with in Master Rank. Extend Health Recovery gives you all the Val set bonus to passively progress your health bar all the way to full. And did I happen to mention the 20% affinity boost that you're going to be giving the entire group? When you have a horn like this in your hands, you can really show off not only the power of the hunting horn, but also how versatile it can be. That's going to be it for this one, guys. Be expecting more videos coming at you quick, so hit that bell if you haven't already to be notified. If you liked the video, please do let me know with a thumbs up. What do you think of Ruinous Desolation? What horn should I review next? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe for more Iceborne and hunting horn content. Have a great night and happy hunting.